Pastor Scott here. We just finished Youth Conference 2011. Unbelievable. And I'll tell you why it is. Number one, world's greatest church puts on with the world's greatest teenagers coming in to see it. All these great pastors and youth directors. You guys are awesome. Hope you see this. Hope you know my heart full of love for you guys. God bless you as you go back home. To my left, Mike the Hammer Hamilton. Boy, he hammered it. He's a softball king. He goes into prisons, has an unbelievable ministry. He preached. I heard him. He got my heart. He's unbelievable. He's also Doug Calap look-alike. I tell you what, it's uncanny. Kind of freaked me out the first time I saw him. I believed in the resurrection right there.
That's good.
Mike, I love you.
Thank you, Pastor.
Speak a word.
Oh, what a great conference we had. I just left the building. There's still kids lined up having their Bibles signed. It was a pleasure to be here. Brother Scott, thank you so much for inviting me. And what a good time we had. And I'm just privileged and honored to be a part of it.
Right next to me here, my twin brother, Kenny Baldwin, Dr. Kenny Baldwin. And what a preacher. He is one of a kind. He's got all the gifts and talents that a lot of us are mad at God for not giving us. But he's got a great spirit. And I want to speak a few words. If you haven't heard this man preach, come back next year, 2012 Youth Conference. He's already agreed to come for us.
Well, it's been my privilege, and I want to thank you for letting me come and
Amen.
for your friendship, your
You've got that.
graciousness.
Amen.
And no doubt in my mind, this was where God wanted me to be this week. No question in my mind. My heart has been moved, stirred, challenged, refreshed. I feel I've been among friends, and I look forward to what God is going to do in the days ahead. Thank you to all of you and to the members of First Baptist Church. It could not be done without you. To God be the glory.
That's great. Yeah. To his right, a longtime friend of mine, brother, kindred spirit, Brother Reno Likens, Mr. Youth Director of America. Right. Reno, I love you, buddy. You're a dear friend. Speak a word.
Well, we had a great youth conference cross training, and if you missed it, I'm sorry. I'm telling you, Brother Kenny brought the house down to raise the roof, however you want to say it. Brother Johnny Pope did also. And then tonight, Brother Scott closing. It was incredible cross training. And I just want to say, if you missed this year, you missed it. But you don't have to miss next year, 2012. Be here. It was great.
And we got right over here, over your shoulder, Brother Johnny Pope. Come right in there by Brother Eddie there.
Hi, Mom.
And Brother Pope is our other featured guest speaker for the main sessions, and he's a lifelong friend of mine. Was my homiletics preaching teacher at Hiles Anderson College. And speak a word of greeting to the folks here, please, on YouTube.
And on YouTube. It's good to see all you people out there on YouTube. We've had a great youth conference. Pastor Scott did a masterful job revolving everything around the cross, and I love the effect of having the crosses, and that was touching. Kenny Baldwin did a pretty good job preaching himself. And I wish I could have heard Brother Hamilton, but it was great seeing old friends and new faces and a lot of old faces, not old in age, but just because of longevity. We've known each other a long time. But it's been a great youth conference, very meaningful. I believe if I were a young man here, I would surrender to preach. And I felt like, in some ways after tonight, I was surrendering to preach all over again. And here's what I was thinking about. When you were closing it up, Pastor Scott, the theme of the cross, I don't have any regrets.
Yes.
I'm glad when I was the age of some of these guys that I did exactly what they did.
Yes.
And you did too.
Yep.
And we're praying that Brother Baldwin will think about doing that as well. But it was really, really touching. It brought back a lot of memories. And I'm very nostalgic because Brother Howell's married us right in this next door.
Next door, right.
And this is where I fell in love, and this is where I grew to love Jesus more. So this is spiritual roots right there.
Amen. And of course, Dr. Eddie Lupino, one of the most trusted staff members. I have no idea what I'd do without this man. He's the heart and foundation of my visions and dreams. He makes them all take place and happen, and love him like a dear, dear brother. Eddie, speak for us, please.
Thank you. It was a great conference. It's an honor to be a part of it. If you missed it tonight, if you didn't get to watch it on the internet, then I'll tell you what you can do. You can go to the FBCHammond.com. And you can download the podcast for free. We're not charging for that, and you can hear Brother Pope's sermons, just phenomenal sermon on the crucifixion. You've never heard anything like it. And then a sermon on purity today that he preached was one of the best sermons I've ever heard on that subject. And you really need to hear it. Download it for your youth groups and listen to it to yourself. It'll change your life and help you in your future. And these other gentlemen, Brother Scott's sermon tonight, you need to get Brother Kenny's. All those sermons you can get on podcast for free. And next year, 2011, great theme. We'll have a spot out there for you on YouTube. You can watch it and download it. And but we want to see you here.
Yes.
Amen.
I love you. Miss you. What else can we say? 1, 2, 3. We'll say goodbye. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye.
Au revoir.